wabarakatuh. Previously, welcome to the learning channel with me Hoirunisa and my ID number is 09. I am from the High Basic Class Program of Agribusiness Studies, Faculty of Agriculture. And on this occasion, I will explain the concept of consumers protection with a case study at PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk. But before I explain about PT Indofood, first I will explain the definition of consumers, business actors, and consumer protection laws. Consumer is someone who buys goods or service, or someone who uses a stock or a number of goods. The definition of business actor, according to Article 1 number 3 of the Consumer Protection Law, states that business actor is any individual of business entity either in the form of a legal entity or non-legal entity that is granted and is domiciled or carry out activities within the jurisdiction of the Republic of Indonesia, either alone or jointly through an agreement to carry out business activities in various economic fields. Meanwhile, consumer protection law means that the overall principles and legal principles governing that protection consumers in their relationship and problems with providers of consumer goods or service. The second discussion is about the principles of consumers protection, which consists of 5 principles. The first principle is the principle of benefit, which means that in implementing consumers protection, it must provide the greatest benefit. The second principle is the principle of justice, which means that consumers and business actors get their right and carry out their obligation fairly. The third principle is the principle of security and consumer safety, which means providing assurance and safety to consumers. The fourth principle is principle of balance, which means providing balance to consumers. And the last principle is the principle of legal certainty, which means that all consumers and business actors must obey the applicable law. Next, regarding consumer protection objective. The first objective is to increase consumers' awareness, ability, and independence. The second is to increase the dignity of consumers. The third one, increase the empowerment of consumers in choosing and determining their rights as consumers. The fourth is improve to consumers protection system, which certain element of legal certainty. The fifth is to increase the awareness of business actors about the importance of consumers protection. And the last goal is to improve the quality of goods or service. And the next discussion is about right and obligation. Consumer right include the right to comfort, safety in consuming goods, and the right to choose goods or service. Meanwhile, the obligation of consumers include reading, following information instruction, and paying for goods according to the exchange rate. The right of business actor include the right to receive payment in accordance with the agreement and the right to defend themselves. Meanwhile, the obligation of business actor is to provide true and clear information and to guarantee the quality of goods or service that are traded. And the next discussion is namely action that are prohibited for business actors are entrepreneurs are prohibited from trading goods or services that do not comply with the required standards and do not comply with the statement on the label. It is prohibited to offer and promote goods or service incorrectly, as if the goods or service were already available to consumers. In offering goods or service, it is prohibited to do so by force. Next is about responsibility of the business actor and the sanction. Based on Article 19 of Law Number 8 of 1999 concerning consumer protection state, the business actors are responsible for providing compensation for damage pollution, and or loss the consumers do the consuming good or service, product or trade, with several sanctions such as civil sanctions such as compensation in the form of refund of replacement of goods. The second is administrative sanction, and finally criminal sanction such as imprisonment and fines. The next discussion is about a case study at PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk. First of all, regarding the profile of PT Indofood. PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk is one of the companies that was founded in 1990 under the name PT Panganjaya Inti Kusuma, which has various business activities and has been operating since the early 1980. However, in 1994, the PT changed its name to PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk, which is one of the leading companies in Indonesia, which has various brands such as instant noodles, cooking oil, and snacks. At this time, PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk has 16 factories spread across various major cities in Indonesia. One of the largest PT is PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk Noodles Division located in the city of Bandung. The company which is engaged the Noodles Division was first established in 1992. This company focused on making instant noodle. And the last discussion today is consumers protection at PT Indofood, which consists of 4 parts. The first is about food safety risks. As a food and beverage producer, this PT always implements strict controls in every step of the processing process from supply, raw material handling to production and distribution activities. In improving product quality, this company forms a consumer service function to receive input from consumers. The second concern the increase in commodity prices. Production costs and the selling price of the resulting product are affected by fluctuation in commodity price. Several factors that influence price fluctuation include the level of demand and supply commodities, weather condition, regulation, world economic condition, and the rupiah exchange rate. The third is the risk of an increase in raw materials which is similar to an increase in commodity prices. The factor of rising raw material price is also influenced by the rupiah exchange rate against foreign currencies. So, the overcome the risk of increasing commodity and raw material price, this company continue the strengthen its supply chain by establishing partnership with farmers and domestic suppliers, diversifying raw material suppliers, and simulating commodity and raw material price to monitor price movements. The fourth of this risk is sustainability. Some environmental, social, and economic aspects have an important role in the growth of this PT. Environmental aspects affect the availability of quality raw materials and natural resources, record the production process. In managing existing risks, this PT seeks to aim sustainable practice in business activities. This PT always ensures compliance with applicable regulation and monitors the implementation of the environmental management activities. This PT also conducts outreach activities, training, and develops sales program in small and medium enterprises. I think it's now maybe that's all I can say. Less or less I apologize. Hope it can be useful and see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.